Welcome back to the longest-running real estate radio show, giving you all your real estate and mortgage news. The longest-running real estate show in the world, ever.
I think
in the
ever.
universe. All right.
In the universe.
So we're back on the Loveland Report and the Lone Ranger Show. And Bruce, I got a couple of listings real quick here. I want to go to. I've got one in Maitland for $999, and this is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath with a pool, all renovated.
That's a nice looking house right there.
Listed for $999. It is 3,600 square feet and beautiful house right in the Lake Sibilia area. And, you know, a lot of the homes in Maitland are older, built in the 80s, 70s, and 80s.
Yeah, my dad built them.
This is in a gated community in Lake Sibilia Cove. So, really? I didn't know your dad was a builder. Okay. And so give me a call on that one. I've got a home in St. Cloud. Now, this one, Bruce, needs a little bit, I think, 10, 20 grand. This house is sparkling. I've got a 3-2 in St. Cloud with a 2-car garage, side entry car garage, no HOA subdivision, but this home was built in the 90s, so it's got a big master bath with a big shower, split plan, vaulted ceilings, 3-2, 1,600 square feet for $299.
Well, that's a great starter home.
And all the new homes around there, I mean, most of the other homes are in the mid-3s. That's St. Cloud for $299. That's one you should buy. And then I've got,
I might look at that
I've got another house on the edge of Orlando and Ocoee for $249,000. A 3-1, about 1,100 square feet.
That's a good
with a big
starter
yard.
home.
That's a great starter home.
Or for a single person, but it's got a lot of dogs.
Yeah. So with a big yard and no HOA. But any of those things, if you're looking for a house, you want to take a look at any of these, give me a call at 407-352-8118. Love to help you.
Yep. And if you are considering selling your home, give Cleve a call. He is the best in the business about attracting. You don't just put a sign in the yard and hope that somebody else sells the house. You go out and seek buyers.
Proactive marketing. We get some great buyers off this radio show. The MLS is what mainly works. You know, the main thing you're hiring a realtor for is to be a tough negotiator for you.
Absolutely.
It's not about pretty pictures they're going to give you on a flyer that sits on your dining room table. But they didn't tell you to clean up your front yard, get the billy goat chained up in the backyard, or send them to the petting zoo while people are showing your home, get the car off blocks, get the house cleaned up. All of these things that we do, I don't take listings that don't sell.
Right.
So it just doesn't work that way. And I'm not going to take the listing at $999 that needs to be priced at $799.
No.
So I will help you get your home closed. Now, we will help you find the right home too and coordinate that whole process, because it can be chaos, and we specialize in making it run as smooth as possible.
Yep. And that's all the reasons you should choose Cleve Loveland to help you buy or sell a house. If you're looking to get a mortgage for that house, then you call the Lone Ranger, because the Lone Ranger has you covered. 33 years in the business, closed over 10,000 transactions, one of the top producers not only here in Central Florida but nationally, and my team and I are here and dedicated to making sure that you have the very best experience, you get the best loan program. I have every single loan program that you could possibly ever need. It's easier for me to tell you what I don't have versus what I do have. I don't do lot loans, I don't do commercial loans. So anything else you need, construction, renovation, first-time home buyer, down payment assistance.
And we talked about rates are, right around going to be great. You got great credit, great scores. You're going to be in the 5s. You might be a little above that, in the 6s. What about ARMs? Any appetite for those yet?
We're already doing some ARMs. I'm really looking at the 7 and 10-year ARMs right now. They're a little bit better than the fixed-rate loans, but here's the way I got it figured. Look, most of you are going to refinance anyways, okay? We're not going to stay with this. Whatever our rates are today, don't worry about it. We're going to get out of it as soon as they start to drop back.
You're marrying the house and dating the rate.
That's exactly right. You're marrying the house, you're dating the rate. The rate's going to be gone. We'll get rid of the rate when rates drop back down. But we don't know when that could be. It might be by February or March. It might be again in another 2, 3, 4 years. There's no really telling what's going to happen, but we don't ever see rates stay up for long periods of time. Now, having said that, do I think rates are going to get worse before they get better? They are going to get higher. You are going to see them rising a little bit more, because the Fed has got multiple more rate hikes to make to be able to get inflation under control. And inflation erodes the bond market, and your mortgages are tied to the bond market. If you seek more information about understanding what moves the market, I watch the market all day, intraday. I read Japanese candlesticks, which if you don't know
tarot cards.
I don't read tarot cards, but I do read Japanese candlesticks. If you don't know what that is, you would know.
I haven't heard that one. What is? Well, is that actually something for predicting numbers?
Well, they're all numbers on graphs can be converted to candlesticks. So when you look at like a stock and you see, if you watch the market,
I understand. Okay, all right.
Where it opens and where it closes, right? And then you have the wick at the top. So you have the candle and then you have the wick at the top or the bottom. So that top and the bottom tells you if it's green, it opened low and closed high.
Yeah.
Or if it's red,
I understand. Okay,
right?
I've heard that analogy. Okay,
right. So that's
the important thing is to have somebody that helps you with that, because sometimes the right thing might be on a jumbo loan. You've got 3 and 5% down still, right?
I've got 3% down jumbos.
It might be, because I've got a lot of financial planners that I work with, and right now they're saying, give us all your money because get everything you can in the market. This can't keep going. If we're going to be in a bear market for a little while, now's the time to buy.
Right.
So, and still a 5 or 6% rate on your mortgage is not bad. I
mean,
it's
really not.
In the bubble, they were higher. So,
well, we got spoiled when we had rates in the 2s and the 3s. It's unrealistic. It's just like your house appreciating by 25% per year. It's unrealistic. It can't sustain itself for very long. And we're now into the correction, right?
We are. And it's funny. I got an article here about a guy talking about, are we in a housing bubble? And there's people calling it a housing bubble. There's no defaults.
No.
There's not people losing their home hand over fist like there was in 2008, 9, and 10. There's not, they didn't have predatory loans that were started out at 4%.
Well, if you could no longer afford your mortgage payment right now, you would sell it and make a ton of money anyway.
Yeah. So
right?
we don't have that.
We don't have that.
It's just not, we're going to move towards a normal market. And so, but I think what's going to happen is the headlines, the media always wants clickbait. They're fighting. One thing from 15 years ago, we probably didn't have 5 housing channels glamorizing buying and flipping real estate. We didn't have all these shows talking about renting out vacation properties. But you've got all these people competing for your eyeballs when you're talking about real estate. They're going to want the bloodiest headline.
Absolutely.
But that's why you listen here, and we'll tell you what's really going on. Nationwide sales have dipped slightly, but everybody's still in a seller's market.
It's still a seller's market. And listen, just because they dipped, it just means they're not as many as there was last year. Cleve, give out your number.
407-230, no, that's yours. 407-352. We're spending too much time together. 352-8118, lovelandreport.com.
That's funny, yeah. You just keep giving out my number.
That's
That's
right.
great.
That's
if you
right.
have any
you're always,
questions,
if they talk to me, they're going to talk to you. So.
That's right. We'll give you that. You don't have to worry about getting it wrong, guys. You just call us. We'll get you to the right person. I get calls all the time. People call me thinking I'm Cleve, and they'll be asking me questions about a house, and I'm like, I think you think I'm Cleve, right? So listen, 407-250-9144, 407-250-9144, or WeBringYouHome.com. I'm the Loan Arranger. If you'd like to get into one of our classes, I'm teaching a Hometown Hero class. That would be for realtors or for clients that are interested in the Hometown Heroes. If you are in law enforcement, first responder, educator, healthcare worker, military, you may qualify for this program up to $25,000. We're going to talk about that and many other low down payment programs that we will be discussing, the pros, the cons, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that's going to be on the 20th of July. That'll be a Wednesday at Miller's Ale House. Go to WeBringYouHome.com. Or if you'd like to get into my construction perm class, if you are a real estate agent and you don't know construction perms, or if you are a builder building 5 to 50 homes a year, you want to be in that class, because I'm going to show you how we can help more people with construction perm lending. That will be Friday the 15th from 11:30 to 1 at Outback Steakhouse in Claremont. Lunch will be provided.
Now, Bruce, also, I've got to think, how much time we got?
We've got about 10 minutes.
Oh, wow, okay.
Or, no, about
all right.
8 minutes.
One great way to protect your resale, let's say the prices don't appreciate as much. This is a great move that one of the first things my mom taught me in real estate when I got in. You want to protect your resale value, or you're selling the big monster house and you don't necessarily want to move back into a $500,000 neighborhood because you're selling for $3 million. Get on a lake, waterfront.
Absolutely.
Waterfront. You can't make more of it. You can't make more lakefront property. I guess they can, but it's not going to be big.
Hanover did it.
Yeah, out there. Yeah, they dug their own lakes there. So, but it's waterfront. People always want a view, and a view is going to protect your value.
Absolutely.
And so, a conservation area, woods, okay, yeah, that's nice. You pay a little extra for that. Water, you pay a little more.
Golf
Now,
course.
Golf course, if you're a golfer, then always check and make sure where the house is on the course. You know,
Right.
it's funny because you go out back and there's 50 holes in the screen, probably not a good spot.
Right.
But or it's an open pool, but there's
30
broken
of
windows.
those would have been my balls.
Yeah, exactly. So, but waterfront is a great way to protect your, and then what's funny is about pricing waterfront. You've got to be an expert, and I like looking at waterfront properties because I get a lot of listings.
Well, you and I are both waterfront owners.
They didn't sell, and what's funny is people don't understand the difference. And okay, it's the size of the lake, that size plus location.
Can you ski on it?
Can you ski on it? Is it clean? Is it on a chain of lakes, which drives your value up even more?
Absolutely.
Is that chain of lakes out by along the St. Johns River, or is that on the Butler chain or the Winter Park chain?
It's all going to make a difference.
All these things come into play and make a difference. So, waterfront's a great play to make to protect resale value, and you want something that's going to appreciate. So, if you have any questions about that, give me a call at 407-352-8118.
Or if you'd like to get that application made so you can buy that lakefront property, I have loans that will go up to $1,750,000 with only 5% down, or $1,500,000 with 3% down, no PMI. Come on. $1.5 million for 3% down and no PMI. I mean, have you ever heard of such a thing?
Well, that's where there's probably other places you want to keep your money right now, and you can always. I just think you make more money on what's in the stock market.
So listen, I believe in buying stocks, investing in the market when the market's down. I mean, I invest in the market. Part of my paycheck goes to the market every time I make money. However, I have recently, because of the downturn, pulled some money out to put into real estate. So I'm buying more properties right now.
Yeah.
Why do you think I'm buying properties?
Well, you're
right
buying at that median price, which is going to skyrocket.
I'm
That's
buying
what's
at
hard.
the low to median price.
Yeah,
right.
and it's like, there's hardly anything left in Central Florida below 300.
Right.
And below 350 if you need a couple extras, like you need 1,800 square feet instead of 1,200. If you need a 2-car garage instead of 1. And that's what's shifting about this market. But that price point always appreciates more than any other price point.
Well, of course it does. And listen, if you're buying it as an investor and you've got the 20 to 25% to put down as an investor, then talk to me about it. I'm in the market. I do it every day. I watch the market. And this is a great way to supplement your retirement. So I'm looking at my diversification. I teach a class on Leapfrog. I did Leapfrog. I developed that program so that young people can amass wealth and have a lot of money when they retire. And believe me, if you follow my Leapfrog program and you're not rich, you're stupid, okay? That's just the way it goes. If you follow the process, there's no way you can fail at it.
I just met one of our Leapfrog students last night, and she cooked an awesome dinner while we're sitting there going over her portfolio. And in 2 years, she's literally made on 4 homes, she's made $400,000.
Right.
On 4 homes. That's her primary.
That's just the equity that she's got.
And 3 rentals. Yeah, and that doesn't count. That's appreciation. That's not.
And
put
the
down money,
rentals are
their
paying
assets
for everything,
and they're cash flowing. So, and it's part of the game we teach on how to do this. You don't have to empty your savings, but you have questions about Leapfrog. You want to get into investment property, because one thing right now, rents are rising. This is what's important. You own investment property, you've got to get the rents up to match the market. Don't tell me it's your brother. Don't tell me it's your cousin. Don't tell me they're great tenants. They're awesome. It's investment property. I will manage that for you and make sure you're getting maximum dollars out of that.
Yep, absolutely. It's funny that you had dinner with one of our Leapfrog students. I had lunch with one just the other day. She's now purchased 5 properties, making a ton of money, now diversifying into some other things that are involved in real estate, but fascinating stuff. It's really, isn't it great when we have people that, well, we call them our students because they come to our classes, but they have learned and grown, and you watch them build wealth. It's like watching your kid graduate from college or, get a job as a doctor.
Real estate works. It's a great way to build a healthy portfolio and a plan for retirement, because you can't count on Social Security. You can't count on, so, and it's, have your 401k at work, have some investments, but real estate will do itself.
Yep, absolutely. And something, the nice thing about it is, like, when we invest in our 401k, that's our money that goes into the 401k. But when you invest in real estate and you have rental properties, other people are putting the money into your account for you. Now, there's a big difference in that. Now, that does not mean we do not believe in diversification, because Cleve and I both diversify our assets in many, many ways. However, real estate has been the best investment that I've made. Matter of fact, my wealth is because of real estate. My lifestyle's my job. My wealth is because of the real estate that I've had.
Yeah.
So, and we can help you with that. No strings attached.
407-352-8118. You got to learn the sound effects, Bruce.
That's a great sound effect. Cleve, they didn't realize.
I got some emails about your production skills. So give us a call at 407-352-8118 for Loveland Properties.
Yep, or WeBringYouHome.com, 407-250-9144. Be back in 5.